Hey, everybody, this is Jeff Herring here, and welcome to episode 55 of the Content Profit Show. Welcome, everyone. Again, this is Jeff Herring, and this is episode 55 of the Content Profit Show. Right over here to my left is Duke, who's come in to see what I'm talking about and is demanding to be scratched behind the ears, even as we speak. Now, we're doing something unique and special today. We're going to do an encore presentation of episode 7. And this is the episode 7 sessions into this that really brought us to where we are now, that changed everything. Because what my original intention was this. When we started this in late August of 22, my original intention, I've said now original intention 4 times. So that word was to have a show like we normally do, somebody coming on, bring their content, and I repurpose it into a product on Mondays, and then on Thursdays, interview someone in the content marketing space, okay? Well, I quickly learned something, okay? 1, that I loved doing the Monday shows, and 2, that I did not love doing the Thursday shows. Now, I'm really good at interviewing, okay? And if you think about it, you'll understand why. Because as a recovering counseling psychologist, I remember interviewing people, 8 to 10 different people a day in my office about the most personal stuff about their life, over and over and over and over again. And so after having done that for 25 years, asking somebody how they got started and what do they most love about their niche, not that hard, okay? So that's one tip I want to leave with you or drop for you before we start the encore presentation with Melva Johnson and I, and that's this. Just because you're good at something doesn't mean you have to do it. If I'd ignored that rule, I'd still be doing the same 2 things I was doing, and we'd be in a much different place. Because right now, this show airs live April 17th. And we are booked all the way through June, and we're booking now into July for the Content Profit Show. And you can get your Content Profit seat right below my name there at contentprofitseat.com. Creatively named domain name, huh? Okay, so just because you're good at something doesn't mean you got to do it, okay? Now, I'm good and great, even some people tell me, at helping them convert their content into cash, okay? And I'm good at interviewing, right? Guess what? I just don't have a passion for interviewing, 1. And 2, there's a bagazillion, and that's a real number, bagazillion. There's a bagazillion podcasts out there that do interviews. I wanted to do something different. And thanks to y'all, this went from 1 show a week, converting someone's content into cash, to 2 shows a week, to 3 shows a week. And today marks the beginning of the first week of doing 4 shows a week. Either last week or the week before, when things had gotten so full, I opened up Tuesdays going forward, and they filled up like that, okay? So thank y'all very, 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 very much for being a part of this and for making this a hit show. Now, let's go to episode 7 with Melva Johnson and see when what we're doing now, first really hit and we saw the power of it, and you'll even see a different background. So stand by, and here we go. Welcome, everybody, to the Content Profit Show. This is your host, Jeff Herring. We got a great guest coming up today. a longtime student and I would say friend, Melva Johnson. I'll introduce her in just a minute. What we're going to do is take her content and we're going to do more than turn it into a product. We're going to build a business today. And so coming up is the content profit explosion. Okay, many of you were there this summer as we did the summer of profit. And I've done a couple things with this here now that we're going to do the autumn of profit, content profit explosion, your autumn of profit. I've cut it down from 12 weeks to 6, and I've lowered the price, kids. Okay. Now, here's what I've done. This is insane, Melva. I've never done this before, but I just wanted to. I took the price and I said, pick your payment plan. You can do one payment all the way to 10. All right. And so go to contentprofitexplosion.com, folks, because that's only lasting 2 more days. Okay. And then it goes back to 1, 3, or 5. So if you want to get a really, really good deal on this, contentprofitexplosion.com before Wednesday. All right. So let's bring on Miss Melva. Let's see. That would make me go here. There we go. How you doing, Melva?
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you for having me.
Glad you're here. Melva and I, how long have we known each other? So it was back in the Relationship Coaching Institute days, wasn't it?
Yeah. So since the 90s, like 93.
Wow.
No.
I don't think
right after we wrote our book, it was like 2007.
04,
2007.
05. Okay, 2007. That's still 15 good years.
Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah.
All right. So one of the things we have folks do before we get started is tell a really good dad joke. And you guys just brace yourselves because the one she told me, I'm still laughing about it. Go for it, Melva.
Okay. So did you hear about the guy who froze to death at the drive-in?
No, tell me.
He went to see Clothes for the Winter.
I just absolutely love that one. That is just so good. That is so good. All right, let's dive in here and take a look at your article and get it bigger for the folks. Why does our date night turn into argue night? I just love that title. Because how many couples go, yeah. All right, so meet James and Marion. That's an interesting way to start off an article. I like it. 20 years in their marriage. See, already your hooks are great. Why does our date night turn into argue night? I mean, what couple can't relate to that, right? 20 years into their marriage, the second for both, Marion and James are arguing every day. Yeah. And you tell some of you agitate the pain really well. That was the bad news, and it got worse. Whew. You've been paying attention. And, oh, good. I love the stuff about the putting it into their language, right? You know what you could even do with this is, do the names, Marion, colon, why doesn't he listen to me? And then James, colon, we keep trying, but we haven't been very successful, etc. That would make it stand out more.
Okay.
Both in the article and everything we're going to turn this into. Oh, that's a painful one. Every night on my way home, I wonder if my evening will turn into a hailstorm of nagging complaints. That sounds like fun. What did they do? Okay. So they got help. And here's, you guys, y'all are in for a treat here, looking at these steps, okay? And I want everybody that's watching, whether you're live or on the replay or listening on the podcast, to really take this in, because Melva's taken a wealth of info and a wealth of experience and boiled it down into 5 steps, okay? And we're going to create not just one product, we're going to create a business here today. So, unique communication and relationship style. You mean not everybody's the same? Unique vision of what an extraordinary marriage looks like. Cool. They discovered how to speak so they get each other. true message behind what they're saying. Yeah. A step-by-step action plan to make that extraordinary marriage happen. Okay. So here's the thing. Here's where we're going to build the business.
Okay.
Each one of those 5 things is a chapter in a microbook or an ebook. I like to call them microbooks because they're only like 15 to 30 pages. And what we'll set up is a way to order that. And then on the order page, get what are called order bumps where people can buy other stuff while they're there. Like they could get the audio version of this, or they could get the master class of this. Okay. Because this is easily a 5-part master class. Like you could do an hour or 3 hours on this easy, couldn't you?
Yes. Yes.
All right. And so then the other thing this could, because we did this summer, we talked about 4 kinds of courses: masterclass, mini course, and signature course. Each one being a little bit more in depth. This could be any of those. Okay. They could also be, each step could also be a separate course. So let's go back here to the first one. They unearth their unique communication and relationship style. That, you can say this here like you have in a sentence in a paragraph, which would be really good for the microbook. Or you could do a whole course on this, couldn't you?
Yes.
I don't see one of these 5 that you couldn't turn into its own course, which would be feeders into the main course. Okay.
Okay.
So what I want you all to picture as we talk about a course here, this is a 5-module course. So you've got 5 columns on a sheet of paper or on on your screen. Okay. And you put the name of that particular module at the top, and then you just brainstorm. I used to have, and I'm going to have this again in my next place. They have something called whiteboard wallpaper, okay, that you can just draw on the wall. And I like to put that up there, but you can put it in a notebook, on screen, on something smaller. And then every time you think of something else you could add to that particular module, you just write it down. You just make an ongoing list. And that way, you can either deliver that all in one course, or this could be, basic, advanced. You could even do one, for couples who think it's over. For couples who have filed for a divorce already. And, because there's a lot of people that have done that. And so I'm thinking the whole thing is somewhere between a course and a signature course. And a signature course is something that sort of says, here's what I do. And I'm leaning more towards that. And years ago, we're talking about the time you and I met. I was coming back from Tom Antion's in Virginia Beach, trying to get to Atlanta to do this preview teleseminar for my article writing and marketing secrets course. That's how long ago this was. And I couldn't make it. I stopped in Kannapolis, North Carolina. And I was setting up for the call that night and listening to the MP3s in my hotel room. Okay. Because I didn't want to miss anything. And you know how when I do something like this, like when somebody buys, I call out their name and congratulate them. You made a great decision and all that. Well, I called out 3 people's names in a row that had bought the course. Okay. And I stopped in my tracks as I was walking around the hotel room because all 3 of those people were in my mentor program. And I went, I've never run the numbers on this. Let's check this out. And a full third of the people that have been through courses end up going into the coaching program. Okay. So, if you've got 10 people in your signature course, you're going to get at least 3 paying you more for the coaching. And then you just do the numbers. If you get 100 people, that's 33. And that adds up month to month.
Mhm.
And so in my mind, tell me what it is what you think, Melva. Coaching programs and memberships and mentor programs, they're really they're a lot of they're very much the same, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, Now, mentor implies more one-on-one time.
Mhm.
It also implies you can charge more. Um, but this just screams membership. Okay.
Yeah.
And the way you could set it up, and folks at home or in the office or in the car, however you're watching or listening to this, um, picture 5 different categories. Okay. We've taken them from steps to chapters to modules, right? Okay. If you're not driving, write this down. Um, Steps to chapters to modules. And now we're turning it into either weeks or months in a membership site. Okay. So week 1, Melville, could be all about unique communication and relationship style. Okay.
Mhm.
Now, I know you haven't in this article, and I don't believe you even would in the full course, shared everything in one module about this topic, right?
Right.
And because you're always learning stuff. And so each week or month or twice a month, whatever, we can work that out. You would teach the first one, okay? And something new about that or some story about that or whatever. And then for week or month 2, you'd go to, they created their unique vision, extraordinary marriage, right?
Mhm.
Um, and then for week or month 3, you do the speak so they get to hear each other. Duke wanted to be on the podcast today.
Hi, Duke.
Duke, come here, boy. Come here. There you go. There's a treat for you. There you go. All right, good boy. Everybody say hi, Duke.
Hi, Duke.
That's the first for the Livecast podcast. And then week or month 3, how they speak to each other. Week or month 4, they discovered how to understand the true message. And then 5, we've got the step-by-step action plan. Now, doing that, if you did a once a week training, which might be a little bit much for folks, you've got 5 weeks a cycle. Okay.
Mhm.
So you've got 5 weeks of content in a membership right here. Okay. If you did this, what I would suggest is you do a training once a month around this, a live training, and then do a Q&A.
Okay.
So because people are going to have questions about this stuff, right? And so, and that right there could be enough in a membership program, along with the course or courses you have,
Mhm.
because you could, I mean, you have what's an approximate number based on the content you've already got, Melva, of the number of courses you could create?
Oh, wow.
We're talking 2 figures, 3 figures, 4 figures.
Yeah. Um, at least 2 figures, and I think I'm being modest.
Okay. Now let's play with the numbers here. I've got 2 friends and colleagues. Okay. Cindy has a membership site that's $47 a month.
Mhm.
Okay. So she's got just over 500 people in there. Okay. So 500 times 47 is 23.5 a month. That'd be a good passive income for somebody sitting in a chair being a therapist, wouldn't it?
Absolutely.
Okay. Now my other buddy, Liz, and both these people I've had them on with you. She just celebrated 2,000 members
Wow.
at $9.
Wow.
Okay, so that's $18,000 a month. Okay, from doing one thing. Okay, and so start thinking about those numbers, folks, because okay, yeah, you're going to start with 1, okay, and then 10, and then 50, and then 100, okay. But with what we teach here and what we'll do together, it's with Liz, hers is email. With Cindy, hers is beginning and intermediate online marketing people. With you, it's relationships. And I mean, come on, relationships is one of the biggest niches there are out there. I mean, that's most of the self-help section, right?
Yeah.
Either I never said it this way before. I got to write this down. Recover in want. Okay, because everybody, okay, is in they either want a relationship, they're in a relationship, or they're recovering from a relationship,
Mm-hmm.
right? And want to do it different. Ooh, I got to write an article about that. All right, so, or maybe you will. I don't know. But what that means is the population that you have to draw from is worldwide and immense. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
one of the things we'll start doing is really working on your Medium account to reach people. Because here's the good news for you and for everybody listening. Okay, I've always used Medium as a way to get seen and build my list, right? And those people in the list community turn into clients. The really cool thing, Melva, about this content profit explosion, your autumn of profit is coming up. Probably half of the people that are already signed up came directly from Medium. They weren't on my list. They read an article. I had a link in there and they went, oh, yeah, I want this. So for everybody out there watching or listening, and for you, Melva, we can play with that and really strengthen your Medium account. All right. I'm loving this. We're building a whole business here. This is cool.
Me too.
Let's see. I think we did it. Got any questions? I mean, this could keep you busy for a couple weeks.
Yeah, yeah. And so one of the many things I like about what you're saying is like this is an introduction to people getting acquainted with me and what I have to offer.
Exactly.
And it's a way of building rapport. And then the next, because I would like for people to sign up for a signature program where I can really coach them step by step to implement these steps.
Yes.
These basic steps.
Yes. And then a third of those people will go in and be part of a membership program that gets you that glorious recurring income.
Yeah.
Now, Melva and I talked about this before. And so over on, some of you are watching on the website at thecontentprofitshow.com/livecast. You can go there later if you want to see this. If you're listening, write this down, thecontentprofitshow.com/livecast. Because there, up in the upper right-hand corner, it says Melva Johnson's Relationship Resources. And her first one is going to be this micro or ebook that really ought to go for $47. But you guys, because you're here, because you're one of our viewers and listeners, you can get it for $27. Okay. And part of the reason you're getting it for $27 is it's really also a backstage pass because she's creating it even as we speak. And so you guys are going to get that when it's ready, and probably get discounts on the rest of the stuff we talked about too. So go to thecontentprofitshow.com/livecast. And if you're listening to this more than a few days after the show, you want to go to the thecontentprofitshow.com/E7. E as in Ethel or Eddie, 7 for episode 7. Okay, where her permanent home will be. So, Melva, fantastic job.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm proud of you. Hang around after we stop now because I want to continue the goodness here. Because I got some other ideas.
Okay.
Folks, I'm glad you came to this one, whether replay or they're live or on the replay, because this is good. We've done a couple hybrid products, but we've never built a whole business out of one of these shows. And when I read Melva's article, I thought, okay, good, we're going to do this. Now, also, if you're listening and you want to have this happen for you, at the bottom of that page, in the bottom right-hand corner, is where you can become a guest. Okay, just like Melva. All you got to bring is a good bad dad joke, or a clean bad dad joke, and an article, and we'll do the magic here. Excuse me. All right, Melva, thank you very much.
Can I just say, Jeff?
You can.
Thank you to you. I am leaving this experience that we're having together pumped and inspired.
Yay.
Because of what happened here.
Yay, my pleasure.
I appreciate you so much.
And you know what I'll be asking you about what you just said, right?
Yes.
Can I use it as a testimonial?
Yes.
Yes. Another little side tip for you guys. Whenever somebody says something great, capture it then, okay, or get permission to capture it if it's not like on Facebook or something, because Melva's definitely excited about this. It's an easy yes, okay? So, all right, hats off to you. Thank you, my friend, for playing and doing such a great job. We're going to head out with a little bit of music. No need for you guys to listen to all that music again. All right, now, here's what I hope for you, whether you're listening live or on the recording. I hope you watched that, and you can go back and see it again if you want, with the notion in mind of two things. One, how can I do this with my own content? And two, how can I get Jeff to do this for me, to do for me what he did for Melva, okay? Well, the second question is answered with contentprofitseat.com. Contentprofitseat.com is where you can have me do this for you like I did for Melva. Now, let's talk about a couple of things to lift out of this, ENCORE. And the first two have to do with hooks. Remember how I was telling Melva she had some really great hooks in her title and at the beginning of her article? Hooks are just what it sounds like. Pulling people in. Somebody's saying, nice to hear that again. Who's saying that? You're showing up as Facebook user, and that means a lot to me. That just felt like it was nice to hear that again. Hooks are ways to pull people in, hooking them in like you hook a fish, not as violent, although I'm an avid fisherman. Got a buddy at church. Hey, Wendy, I thought that might be you. Thank you for that. He got a college scholarship for fishing competition. How about that? I wish they had that when I was getting ready to do college. All right, so she had hooks, words used to pull people in, to stop the scroll. The hooks in a title are designed to get you to stop and read the article. The hooks at the beginning of an article are designed to get you to continue reading the article or begin to read the article. And then the second point I wanted to make was hooks throughout her article with those great titles, with those great subheadings. You know, it reminds me of when I came out with the first, I think it was the first ever social media training course. It's called Social Marketing Blueprint, and came up with really creative module names. Like, you know, for the Twitter module, guess what it was called? The Twitter module. The Facebook module was the Facebook module. So I bet you can guess what the YouTube module was. The YouTube module. Okay. Those are not hooks. Okay. Hooks are creative ways of saying what this is about. And Melva did a great job with that throughout her article. Now, these next three pieces that I want you to get all go together. Okay. Because we went from article to microbook to course. This is actually more than three pieces, to 5 courses to membership. Article to microbook to courses to 5 mini courses to membership. Okay, that's huge. And I haven't I haven't yet met the piece of content that I couldn't do that with. Okay, so think of it this way, and this is a writer downer: steps, chapters, modules. Say it with me: steps, chapters, modules. Think in those terms, steps, chapters, modules. And right there is a formula for changing your content into cash. Okay. So thank you for joining us for episode 55 and doing this in a unique way. I'm so glad you guys enjoyed this. Maybe at episode 100, we'll redo an encore of one of the best from the next 50 shows. How about that? All right. So until next time, I want you to go use this stuff. And if you're watching this live, listening to this live, or on replay, the next session, now that we're doing 4 a week, is tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern. So check us out then. You'll see email about that. You saw one today. And as always, until then, kids, go use this stuff.